We're in the bedroom of Emerson's very first friend, and today we're going to kind of create a more grown-up kind of transition room for her. She's starting middle school this year, and she wants to kind of shed some of the little kid around the room and create a more welcoming space as she grows older and matures. So hopefully we can achieve that today. She's away at an appointment and won't see the room until it's completely done. So I'm very excited to show it to her when she's done, and I'm really excited to get started. So let's do that. Just wanted to pop in with a quick note before this video continues. You will notice that I'm wearing a mask throughout the entire video, and that is out of courtesy for the family. I am a huge proponent of masks. I do not feel like I'm in danger in any way in this person's home. And this family is actually friends of mine I've been friends with for a very long time. They've been quarantining just as myself and my family have, and we felt perfectly safe in doing this room transformation for her daughter. It is very well deserved. I'm very happy that she asked me to be a part of it. And I just want to put this out there that there is no way that either family was in danger. I hope that you do enjoy this video and that you take from it a few things that might help you in your room transformations. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. One of the biggest issues in this room is the lack of storage space. So right now she only has this small closet. They've tried to make the best of it. I've come up with a few other solutions to free up some space in the closet so that we can actually free up some floor space as well to bring a larger bed in. So I'm going to start by taking these two organizers here and basically moving everything in them to the back of the door. The back of the door is a very underutilized space, and in a child's room, having a shoe pocket on the back of the door is actually really easy for them to access everything that they need. We ran into a small issue with the hooks that this came with not fitting against the door, so the door jamb is really tight and it won't close. I still really need to use this. So to fix that, I'm going to use some command hooks. And the ones that I chose are these small hooks. That way it still fits through the grommets on the top of this. So I'm going to remove this, and actually, because I don't have to use those hooks, I'm going to lower it a little bit so that she can reach almost everything in there.
Another storage option for her purses and bags and backpacks was adding this set of hooks from the Dollar Tree. Because this is a rental space, I didn't want to put too many big holes in the wall, so I'm using these Gorilla hooks that hold up to 15 pounds a piece.
To help us get a little bit more floor space in the closet and just side to side space, I brought in these hangers where you can actually put several pieces of clothing on them and then drop them down like this to give more room. So I'm using that for seasonal rotation, and I'm just hanging all of the winter clothes on it for right now. We are in Texas. It's going to be super hot for a very long time. So I'm going to move all of the winter clothes off to the side to give us a little bit more space in here.
working with limited floor space like this room had, the best idea for your big furniture is to create zones. So we took the bookcase and actually put it with the desk and created more of a learning zone all on one wall. By doing that, we were able to move the bed to the other corner, and exposing the open end of the bed really did open up the room. After a few other measurements, we finally had the room laid out in a way that made sense. Since we moved the bookcase to the other wall, her trophies were no longer near the rest of her karate memorabilia. We decided to put up this floating shelf from IKEA to put the trophies on and kind of create a more cohesive display of all of her achievements.
For the top of the bed, since she's not using that part as a bed anymore, we're going to install a full-size bed underneath since she's getting a lot taller. We're going to create a fun dollhouse play area up top. We have this awesome green rug, and I'm just going to staple it to this piece of plywood since the top of the bed is actually slats. You can see the shadows of the slats right there. So we're going to staple this so that it looks like grass up there, and then we're going to put all the fun dollhouses back up top.
This green rug is from IKEA, and my friend Tiffany was able to get it secondhand. We used a regular staple gun to staple the rug to the back of the plywood. We didn't have to cut the rug at all, and if they decide later that they want to take the rug off and use it on the floor, they can definitely do that just by removing the staples that we put in. Once we stapled it all down, we lowered the plywood into place. I think this is going to create a perfect base for her dollhouse town. At this point, you'll notice that we have an awesome helper. This is Haley, her sister, and she wanted to do the art on the wall. So I gave her the art and the creative freedom to hang the art however she liked. This art is the same art that we made in last week's thrift flip. So if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. But these are awesome quotes that I did with some faux hand lettering and just framed them in some thrifted frames, and they look adorable in this space. To give Kinsey as much floor space as possible in this room, Tiffany actually had this desk already that lowers down when it's not in use, and the footprint of this desk is really, really small. This is an ideal desk for a room of this size. With virtual schooling coming up this year, we wanted to create a space where she could focus on school and still have everything that she needed right on hand without having to go looking for it. We hung a desk organizer in this space that would hold all of her notebooks and folders for the school year, as well as a calendar to help keep her on track with her classes. We added a few other touches just to make this space a little bit more fun. Adding a mirror of any size in a small room opens up the space and just makes it feel less closed in. Since there wasn't a lot of desktop space, I utilized a macrame plant hanger and a pen cup to get the pens up off the desk so that she didn't have to deal with moving a bunch of clutter around every time she needed to do her schoolwork. And I'm sure you're all wondering why I moved the corkboard away from the desk. Everything on the corkboard was actually very sentimental to her, so we used the corkboard as an area for her art and for some other mementos instead of trying to change the way that she uses it. And we gave her some other items that will help her keep her school stuff organized instead of the corkboard. What girl doesn't love fairy lights? Her sister Haley had these fairy lights in her room and decided that she thought that they'd be much better use to her sister under this bed. This actually is a really great idea for underneath of this loft bed because it is a much lower loft bed than some other ones, and adding the light under here gives the space a little bit more brightness and makes it really, really dreamy. We took a staple gun and added these lights across all of the slats on the entire underside of this bed. One thing that was really important to her right now is keeping her stuffed animals close. And she already had this stuffed animal net hanging in the corner above her bed. We decided to hang it under the bed and put some of her most precious stuffed animals in it. And this just added a nice touch under the bed. It made it feel really cozy. It was really easy to install with a few C-hooks screwed into the wood of the bed. I'm sure at this point you're all wondering what this bed is. This is actually the Kura bed from IKEA. And while it is made as a reversible loft bed, you can get the Needin full-size bed from IKEA, which is a very basic unfinished wood bed. And it fits perfectly underneath this loft space. The only thing we had to do was once the legs were completely built, we cut 3 inches off the bottom of each of the legs. This gave a very low profile frame under this bed. I would recommend, if using this frame with this loft bed, that you purchase a low profile mattress. Something that is 8 inches thick or smaller is going to be perfect in this space to allow as much headroom as possible. Now it's time to start putting the room together and adding some finishing touches. Here's what the room looked like before, just very basic, more of a children's room, not too much character happening in here. The curtains are adorable, so we did keep those. I think the changes that we made are going to help her transition from a child to a teenager and give her a much more comfortable and styled space to grow in.
Are you ready? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
You can take your mask off.
No! I really like it. The dresser did fit. I really like it.
You do? So look, we brought your Legos down so you can actually play with them. And this is all of your winter stuff and all of your leggings. And these things can go up if you want them to.
I like it.
So you can fold it down when you're not using it. Miss Mandy got that for you.
It's really cute. Calendar and then a shelf.
As you can see, she absolutely loved the room. I was so happy that I was asked to be a part of this transformation and do something for a friend who's done so much for me over the years. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this transformation, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe. We do so many different things on this channel, including room transformations, thrift hauls, thrift flips, pretty much anything, you name it. If I want to do it, you're gonna see it. So close to 100 subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.